So, Pete, you have 35 years of real estate sales experience. That's a long time. And during that time, you've met all sorts of different types of realtors, good ones and bad ones, and in between. In your opinion, what's the best traits to find in a realtor? What are some things that are important to look out for?
Number one, I would say, is someone that's a good listener. And how do you become a good listener? You become a good listener by asking questions. A good listener puts you first. They take the time to do the intake research about what's important to you, what your goals are, what your concerns are, and they take all of that into account, and then they come back with a custom crafted strategy and plan to help you reach your goals. Somebody that is proactive instead of reactive. Proactive people plan ahead and they're experienced, so they can recognize a certain situation and guide their clients accordingly to prepare for what could happen or what might happen. Agents that are reactive typically fly by the seat of their pants. They come in unprepared. They set their clients up to have a scenario where things can go wrong and there's no plan if something goes sideways. Another trait to look for is good time management. So one clue is if your realtor is constantly showing up late or not showing up at all, or not returning calls or communicating in a timely manner, then that tells me that they have trouble managing their own time and they may not even respect your time. And time is everything. Somebody that's empathetic, someone that can really feel what's important to you and understand where you're coming from, that's absolutely imperative. Their real estate transactions can be filled with anxiety. Typically, it involves people moving and becoming involved with things that are unfamiliar with them, the whole process, and not knowing where you're going once you sell your home or not knowing what that next home is going to look like. Somebody that's pragmatic. You want to be working with somebody that's going to tell you what you need to hear instead of what you want to hear. The stakes are high with a real estate transaction, and you need to be counseled accordingly. So you may not necessarily like the counsel you're hearing, but it's typically good advice based on experience, as opposed to sugarcoating things and leading you down a path that's going to go nowhere. You also need somebody that's flexible. Real estate's very fluid. Things can change from time to time. Market conditions can change overnight. External events can happen that can require you to change your plan and strategy and timing. So you have to have somebody that's flexible and can coach you accordingly. Someone that's open-minded and creative. A lot of solutions and problem solving come from people that think outside the box, and they come up with creative solutions that sometimes may not have been done before, but it could be perfect for what your situation is. The other critical thing is a realtor that understands the duties of a fiduciary relationship to serve their clients. That's the highest level of professional relationship status that you can have. It's similar to a doctor-patient or an attorney-client relationship. And a fiduciary has the utmost duty to provide confidentiality and put the needs of their client ahead of their own needs.